Good afternoon, Facebook and Catawba County and our greater region. I want to say thank you for stopping your scroll and also welcome to this Facebook Live interview. If we've never had the opportunity to meet, I'm Lindsay Keisler, President and CEO of the Chamber of Catawba County, and it's such a treat to hop on with my special guests each month for the Working for Business series. This is really a treat, not only that we get to shine a light on some entrepreneurs and some business owners across our community, but it also gives us an opportunity to say thank you for your partnership. So those of you that are joining us virtually, again, I want to say thank you and welcome. So today, I hope that you will engage with us, and I hope that you will stick around to the end. If you're for some reason catching the replay, maybe you didn't catch it live, you're catching the replay, you can also share and continue to engage. If you have a question, drop it in the comments and we'll make sure that our special guests respond to those questions that you have. But first, I'd be remiss if I didn't say thank you to our presenting sponsor for our series. Mike Kelly with Hickory Real Estate Group joins us. He is our sponsor for the Working for Business Facebook Live series, and I'd love to give Mike a couple minutes to be able to say welcome and say a few words on behalf of his company.
Well, thanks, Lindsay, for having me on today, and thanks for letting us sponsor the series. It's been a lot of fun. Anytime we get the opportunity to learn more about local businesses in our area, it's a huge win. And it's really cool that you are interviewing Wilson Ramey Fennell, because we've worked with them on many occasions for real estate transactions, and they do a great job. And so it's really good to have them on here. Also, Willie may or may not have helped me along with a couple traffic tickets in the last couple of years. So, if anybody needs help with that, he did a good job, so thank you. But other than that, though, really great organization, and I look forward to seeing what they have to say. But shameless plug for Hickory Real Estate Group. If you are looking to buy or sell a house, please keep us in mind, especially if you're looking to sell. We have a really major shortage of inventory out there. There's not enough homes for people to buy. So if you're thinking of selling, there's never been a better time to sell. So please keep us in mind and reach out to us, and we will help you get the most money possible for your house. And that's pretty much it. But I appreciate being on, and thanks again, Lindsay, for having me.
Mike, thank you for your sponsorship. And I believe we're at about a month or maybe less of inventory on the market. So it is a great time to sell your home. So consider Hickory Real Estate Group in any of those transactions. Mike, let the cat out of the bag. So my special guest today, I am joined by two of the three law partners at Wilson Ramey and Fennell, PLLC. So, but first, before I get to both Willie and Justin, we have a Mike Kelly today, but we don't have a Mike Wilson today. I want to encourage you to engage with this feed. So it is live if you're watching. So again, welcome. If you hopped on, thanks for joining us. Include a comment or type a question as we're going along. I've got questions prepared, but there's always room for more questions from our virtual audience here. Also, another way that you can engage and ensure that more people can see this video is you can give us a reaction, maybe a like or a heart or a wow face, drop your favorite emoji in the chat maybe, or even start a watch party or share the video. More people that will share this video or engage with this video, Facebook likes it, and gives us an opportunity to make sure that more people learn about this great business in our community. So without further ado, I am so privileged to be joined today by Justin Ramey and Willie Fennell, both law partners at Wilson Ramey and Fennell PLLC. So gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you for having us, Lindsay. Mike Wilson, our third partner, is very sorry he couldn't join us today, but we really appreciate you having us on, and we really look forward to this discussion.
Thanks, Willie. Justin, welcome.
Thank you so much for having us. Can't wait to get started. Been looking forward to this for a while now.
Thank you, guys. And yes, we miss Mike, but when duty calls, right? So thank you guys for being my special guest. All right, so if you've never had a chance to meet Willie or Justin or Mike, let me give you a little bit of background, and then we're going to get into some nitty gritty later on as well. But Justin Ramey and Willie Fennell, law partners at Wilson Ramey Fennell PLLC, a general practice firm serving Catawba, Burke, Caldwell, and surrounding counties. The primary focus of the law firm is real estate law, as Mike Kelly mentioned, as well as civil and criminal litigation, also as Mike Kelly mentioned. The firm also covers a variety of practice areas, including business and corporate law, estate planning and administration, personal injury, and guardianships. So again, guys, we're so grateful to have you as a chamber partner, but also have you as a part of our community. So as we begin every interview on Facebook Live, we're going to do a little bit of a rapid fire Q&A. So you might know these two as very talented and successful attorneys, but maybe in some of these questions, you'll get to find out a little bit more about them beyond their professional acumen. So Justin, I'm going to start with you. What's one of the most random facts about you?
One of my most random facts is that I love music. I played piano. Well, I was forced to play piano by my parents when I was younger, but it turned into a love for music. I went on to play the trumpet, and I played on the college level. I went to North Carolina A&T State University in Greensboro, and I marched in the band there for 2 years and played in the symphonic band. So I'm a band geek.
Nice, band geeks. All right, what's an experience you've had lately that you would rate a 10 out of 10, Willie? And yeah, you're unmute.
Yes,
There you go.
I recently had a closing for a husband and wife. They were from this area, had moved to New York about 40 something years ago, both worked multiple jobs and saved their money and came back and bought their dream home here. And to just see the happiness and the joy of being able to come back home and purchase their dream home and to be a part of that was just, it was amazing.
Oh, that sounds really neat. What a reinforcement of a why of what you do. That's great. All right. So Justin, what's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Best piece of advice came from my mom, and I share this with so many people that I meet on a personal and professional level. But my mom always encouraged me to go after things that I dreamed about. And the best piece of advice that she ever gave me was, don't tell yourself no. So always, if there's something that's challenging that you're wanting to do, because when I was thinking about going to law school, I was like, hey, do you think that I should do this at this particular time? And she said, don't tell yourself no, baby. And so just when it comes to certain goals that I have, I try to follow that advice at all times.
Love that. I've often told myself, one of my mantras when I started in this role was just say yes, right? Because a lot of times we're given opportunities to do very difficult and uncomfortable things. And those are the times when you grow and when you can thrive. So I love that. Don't tell yourself no and just say yes. Like it. Okay, so Willie, back to you. If you could have a 15-minute conversation with anyone, who would it be?
One of my favorite authors is Napoleon Hill. I love reading his books. I would definitely love to be able to sit down with him and just talk to him about all of his concepts of business and success and all of those things. So I would definitely say Napoleon Hill.
Great. All right. This question is going to be for both of you. And maybe Willie, I could guess your response based on your last response, but books or podcasts, you guys?
Definitely, Napoleon Hill, the Keys to Success. I read that probably once a year. I think it's the 17 Keys to Success. Another really good one, The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. I think that's a amazing book that everyone should read. I really love that book as well.
Great. What about you, Justin?
Um, I've been on listen to this amazing podcast. One of my colleagues actually introduced it to me, and there are any attorneys that are watching now, no matter what area of practice that you're in. With Lee Rosen, he's a huge attorney out of North Carolina. He's had firms all across the country, across the world, and he has this podcast called Your Law Firm. Is Lee Rosen, and he just gives you tips from his over 30 plus years of experience and things that I've started to incorporate here in our practice. And I've been listening for about 3 months now, and it's just improved. I feel like my practice areas greatly, and just how I approach just the practice of law in general from a substantive standpoint, and just from a business aspect as well, and being able to grow the practice and have the type of ideal clients that I'm looking for. So I would definitely recommend Lee Rosen's Your Law Firm.
Oh, that's great. Great advice. All right, Justin, I'm coming back to you, right back at you here. When you aren't at work, where can we find you?
In a couple of weeks, it's about to be farmers market season again. My favorite farmers market is King's Farmers Market. Is one down in Charlotte, and I go religiously almost every Saturday or Sunday. It's something father-son time. I have two boys, 13 and 5. And we try to go out to the farmer's market, find something that we want to cook. I like to cook with my sons. And I've been on a flower kick here lately. I'm becoming my mother. So just looking for flowers to put in the flower bed, and just looking to support local growers and farmers that are in the area. But I'm a big farmer's market guy, Lindsay.
Love that. I love that. And there's nothing better than some good father-son time. All right, Willie, coming to you on this one. What would you give a 30-minute presentation on, even if you had no advanced prep?
I could definitely give one on the title search process, closing process with my eyes closed, in my sleep. So definitely anything dealing with closing residential loans or title searching properties, I would say.
All right, so Justin, you're laughing. Why? I know you guys are close friends. What made you laugh on that one?
Willie has a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience. I was
Got it.
What he was going to say.
I like it. All right, Justin, coming to you again. So what's one word or phrase you would use to describe what it's like being an entrepreneur?
If it's one phrase, well, one word, I would say perseverance. If you're going to succeed at anything, you've got to be able to persevere. Some of us are lucky that, when we start some new endeavor, it's successful right away, but that's not the case for everybody. But if you're going to get to success, you have to persevere. And if I had a phrase, it would be just there's a lesson in every loss. So you can benefit from your failure.
It froze on my end, Justin, so I missed your response. So I just want to make sure, maybe you can repeat that again, if you will, so that I can make sure on the other side that it came through. I don't want anybody to miss a word. So I know you were talking about perseverance.
Yeah, so the one word is it's perseverance. You've got to persevere through the ups and the downs. Try to keep it in the middle of the road as you're working towards your goals. And just a phrase is there's a lesson in every loss. So there's something to be gained and to be learned from every failure. So just appreciate the failures that you have along the way for the lessons that they're going to teach you.
Yeah, great advice. All right, Willie, last one's for you in this segment anyway. What's one lesson the last 13 months? And we all know what we're talking about. What's one lesson you've learned that the last 13 months has taught you?
Definitely that blessings can be found in the midst of any storm.
Yes.
When we first started our firm, we had a mentor that told us, what God has intended for you is yours. And I think this past year has definitely taught us that. COVID-19 has affected so many businesses in a negative manner and has been tough on so many people financially, but God intended to bless us, and our business actually grew during that period. So we're extremely blessed, extremely thankful. So that just lets me know that what He has intended for you is for you.
I love that. All right, you guys. Well, you've heard it. Our rapid fire Q&A segment. I know I've learned a lot from these two gentlemen already, some kind of truth bombs thrown out there. So I appreciate you being willing to put you on the spot a little bit with that rapid fire Q&A. All right, well, now I'd love to transition. There's Mike. Mike, you want to bomb? Okay, so the people on Facebook are not seeing your face yet. So Mike, you want to say, hey, Mike Wilson, he's the third crony in the partnership here. So Mike, would you like to say a couple words just to introduce yourself?
My name is Mike Wilson. I'm the third crony. Good. I hope everybody is seeing my face now. It's good for y'all to hear my voice at least, but I enjoy working with these guys. And obviously, I'm from Hickory and love it here. So these guys are coming here and doing good things for Hickory as well. So we hope we can keep doing that. And then obviously, thanks to Hickory Real Estate Group for hosting this thing.
Yeah, well, if you want to pull up a chair, you're more than welcome, because we're about to get into how you guys met. And I have a feeling there were some, that's a good story. So I think you guys met in law school. So maybe give me a little bit of background as to, how all this happened. How did Wilson Ramey and Fennell come to be?
You tell them how I made good grades. I've got to go to the courthouse this afternoon, so I'm going to let
Okay.
I'm hearing about that.
All right. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in.
That pretty much sums up our relationship. We work extremely hard, but we love working with each other and love having a good time. But I think Mike and Justin were actually in the same cohort in law school, and we would often, study together, discuss the law together, debate the law, argue, probably is a better word. But still some of the things that we do today on a daily basis, but just, enjoyed going to school with these guys, getting to know them, becoming friends. And actually, Justin and I started a firm together, and we were in the Mecklenburg County area, and Mike convinced us to come down to Hickory. We came down to visit and loved the area. Got an office here, moved down, and I think he moved to Greensboro the next week. So he was gone for about maybe a year or so, and finally wanted to come back home, and we partnered up, and it's been amazing. I love working with these guys. They're not only great attorneys, but great guys and great friends, and I couldn't be in a better situation being partnered with them.
Awesome. Justin, do you want to add anything about just in general, you came together, you were friends first, now you're business partners and partners in the trade. Then you decided on Hickory for an office as kind of a central hub, but you serve an entire region. So maybe you want to add a little bit more about kind of the community and what that means to you.
Yes, when Mike made the offer to us, or made the suggestion just to come up to Hickory or to Catawba County in general, I remember like the first week doing some things at the courthouse, and it's just like everyone embraced us. Like none of the other attorneys kind of just looked at us as competition or who are these guys. They just welcomed us to the area, and just just welcomed us with open arms. It was always just kind of shocking as well. And I think that was something that attracted us to this area. Of course, Mike is from here, but I'm from Henderson, North Carolina, a little small town, kind of cut my teeth in Warren County, where there are more cows than people and about 5 stoplights, and 2 of those are just blinking yellow lights. And Willie's from a little town in Rose Hill, North Carolina. So it just kind of reminded me of my upbringing, just the small town feel, even though Hickory's bigger than my hometown and Rose Hill, but it still had that small town, just Southern charm feel, and the scenery in the foothills is amazing too. So that definitely helps. But I just love the people, their generosity, and just their overall energy that they give off and working with folks in this area. It's been amazing.
You know, you said that really well. We have some initiatives where we go outside the community to recruit talent into the community to fill jobs that are available, and particularly transitioning veterans is what I'm referring to. So we were down on the base at Fort Bragg, and we were they were like, now where are you located? Hickory, Catawba, Catawba County. And they said, well, we don't know where that is. And we said, we got to get these people here, because you really, I mean, we've got a lot that we can sell, a lot we can talk about, but there's so many selling points about this community that you have to experience by being here. And it really does involve the people and the warmth and receptiveness of and hospitality of the community. So I'm glad that you guys have had that same experience. All right, let's talk about your practice areas. You guys, we covered a lot in the bio. Maybe if you want to go more into, you know, what makes you guys unique and different? What are some of the ways that you serve your clients? And what type of areas are you most interested in? And let's see, Justin, why don't I start with you?
Okay, well, I like to, I think with our practices that we can handle so many issues. Of course, we have a lot of focus on real estate and state matters that Willie talked about, but we also, I love to litigate. One of the reasons that I wanted to become a lawyer, I used to watch Matlock with my aunt when I was growing up, and I just love seeing him at trial in his little signature gray suit all the time. So I just always wanted to have a chance to be a trial attorney, and that's one of the things that attracted me to the criminal defense and traffic work that we do as well, because I just always wanted to try cases and to be able to help people through difficult times in their lives. And I'm a preacher's kid, so you know, my father, just from my experience in the church, we know that we all fall short of God sometimes and make mistakes, and we need help with that. So so it's a kind of two birds, one stone. I get to help people through difficult times, and I get to be like Matlock and try cases in my own way. So we handle criminal defense and also civil defense. People who are sued or they want to be plaintiffs, lease agreements, contract disputes, boundary disputes, just helping people kind of help navigate them through those problems and reach solutions. Is just something that I enjoy to do through a litigation standpoint. And then recently, over the past 2 years, started to have more focus in personal injury as well, for folks that are facing difficult times of no fault of their own, and they're trying to get their life back on track and helping individuals through that. So that was a huge part of my practice area. And for all 3 of us, guardianships as well, for either older adults or young children that are going to be unable to take care of themselves, and they're going to need a caretaker to help them with their daily activities, to manage their estate. We all do guardianship work, and I think that's some of the most rewarding work personally that I've done here at the firm, because you just meet amazing people that make incredible sacrifices in very difficult decisions to try to do what's best for their loved ones. And it makes me appreciate the problems that I have, and all of the blessings that I have, because there are some people that you pass by every single day that are just carrying around a ton of pressure and just having to sacrifice greatly in order to take care of a loved one. So I definitely love helping people through those difficult situations with guardianship issues.
I love hearing and seeing the passion, what you do. Willie, you talked about your 10 out of 10 experience was sitting with a couple that was closing on their dream home after they had worked hard and saved the money and moved away and came back to their hometown. And so I know real estate is, and Mike Kelly mentioned how great of a job you guys do as well. So real estate, I know, is another part of your portfolio. If you want to speak to that.
And Lindsay, I just want to tell you how great you are at this. You may have a future in this interviewing thing. I just learned something about Justin I never knew. Matlock is actually the reason that I wanted to become a lawyer too. And I never knew this. I never knew this.
No.
We've been friends for over 10 years. I've never knew this. But yeah, so real estate, primarily residential real estate loan closings. We handle those. And not only that family buying their dream home, but one of my favorite things is to see a first-time home buyer accomplishing that goal. Anyone that's been through the home buying process, it is a mountain to climb. All of the documents and the process with your lender and the process now of finding a home due to the shortage of available properties out there, just, seeing their joy once they get to the end of the line, of the finish line, and we're able to help them accomplish that goal. There's no greater feeling. We try to treat each client as if they were one of our family members and try to make the process as amazing for them as we possibly can. We want to make it seem to be a big deal because it is a big deal. They're investing not only in their future, their family's future, but also in this community by purchasing here and setting a foundation here.
Now you know why Justin always wears that signature gray suit. All right. So Willie, you also talked about how the pandemic, no doubt our community has been impacted, and a lot of small businesses particularly have been impacted by whether it be government shutdowns or just any, they've just been, a lot of sales have been decimated as well. But you said you guys have grown during the last 13 months. And so I want you to speak to that a little bit. And of course, that didn't just come, right? You guys were intentional, I know, in pivoting your strategy to be able to continue to serve your clients even amidst shutdowns. So do you want to speak a little bit more to how you guys have, or how has the pandemic impacted you and how have you responded?
Well, in the real estate industry, interest rates have been at a historic low. We have done numerous refinances, so many that I possibly can't count. When the pandemic first hit, we didn't know what to expect. We wanted to be safe, so we actually let our staff work from home for a little bit. But we were determined to keep the ball rolling and to ensure that individuals who were seeking to purchase their homes to refinance could still get that done and still receive the same quality experience and service that we've always provided. So my law partners and I would still come to the office every day, even with our staff home, to make sure that we could continue providing that service. We work with some great realtors, some great lenders that are also in this community and care a great deal about this community and the individuals in it, and making sure that they also were able to take advantage of those historic low interest rates and achieve their goals of home ownership and refinancing their loans so that they were in a better situation financially. So it was definitely tough. stressful at times. But like Justice said, we persevered and glad that we did. And, it has built a foundation that we hope will continue to grow our business and we can continue to help people in that area.
Well, you guys, let's talk about the future a little bit. I was there when you cut your ribbon a couple years ago, when you guys really staked a claim in the Hickory community, in the Catawba County community. And I've seen you grow over the last several years. But I know, especially in talking with you both today, I know you're always thinking ahead. You're always thinking the next 5 to 10 years. And I know you both have big vision because you don't say no to yourself, right, Justin? So tell me about, let's see, Justin, I'm going to start with you since I just called you out for one of your quotes. So what is your vision for the firm over the next 5 to 10 years?
For us to continue to grow and expand, as Willie was talking about during the COVID shutdown, and actually kind of having some time to really think about the future and what other practice areas that we might want to get into, expanding outside of this region. We're starting to do more work in Iredell, in Alexander, also doing work down closer to Charlotte in Mecklenburg, Cabarrus, and Gaston, and Lincoln. So really to try to continue to expand our presence in the region, to have another law office. When we first came, we were thinking about coming to build here and build our way back. And I've just fallen so much in love with this region here that I'm trying to move closer here. But I still want us to have, multiple offices and kind of expand our reach. And one thing personally, because my oldest is 13, he'll be 14 in August, and he's really taken an interest in what we do here at the firm, and talk about possible opportunities that he would have here. I'd love to work with both of my sons, but my oldest is expressing the interest. So to possibly have him here as an associate, or maybe even in law school and interning as a legal assistant. So those are some of the things that I'm looking forward to see how they're going to pan out, and just growing my relationship personally and professionally with Willie and Mike as well. Just, there's so much like family now. And so I just look for us just being there for one another through anything life can throw at us as we're trying to grow our firm.
That's wonderful. I couldn't imagine any more rewarding legacy than for your son to kind of follow in dad's footsteps. So Willie, what about you? What's your vision for the firm?
I would, we often talk about success and what that means to us in the long run. And for me, being able to conduct closings for some of our current clients' kids in the future, and to be seen as their family's lawyers, their family's law firm. Most of our business is generated by word of mouth, and to see others, know that we provide a service that can be entrusted to serve their families and their kids and their grandkids. I think if we're able to do that and continue to build a positive reputation so that others will feel comfortable sending their loved ones to us and continue to do business with us, I think everything else will fall into place. So just being able to, continue to build our base in the community so that, we can grow in the community and grow with the community. Hickory is definitely growing. If you see all of the great things that are going on downtown, just to be a part of that and just to grow with this great community, I think everything will work out well.
Yeah, I think so too, Willie. I really think so. You guys, it has been such I can't tell you how much of a pleasure it has been to chat with you both today. And I hope that you will continue to grow in this community. You guys have made a significant investment already. And I appreciate not only you guys leading in your field and leading with such excellence and service to your clients, but also stepping out and leading in the community as well and engaging in that way. So I just say thank you on behalf of the entire business community. Thank you for your unique contribution to this area. So you guys, if you're just hopping on, or maybe you caught us halfway through, I hope that you'll watch the replay. But you are hearing from Willie Fennell and Justin Ramey, and you might have even seen a video bomb by Mike Wilson, who is the third of their partner trio of Wilson Ramey and Fennell PLLC, a law firm that's headquartered in Hickory, but they have a very much of a regional footprint, even all the way down to Mecklenburg County. So, gentlemen, thank you again. And for the Facebook audience, I'll say thank you to Willie first so that you guys can see his face again. And Willie, if you just want to respond so that they can see your face. There you are.
Thank you, Lindsay, for having us. It has been a joy. I've really enjoyed this. Like I said, we really love this area. We love serving this area, and we hope to continue doing so for a long time.
Thank you, Willie. And Justin, thank you. You're on mute. Yep. That mute button gets me every time too.
Okay.
There you are.
Thank you so much. This was truly a pleasure. It lived up to the hype, and thank you for making the Matlock connection between me and Willie. I never knew that.
That's hey, my pleasure. I'm here for you. I'm here for you guys. Well, those of you that have continued to engage with us, I hope that you'll share this video. Share the video, even if you're watching the replay. Share the video. This group of gentlemen they're quite the treat. Extremely passionate about what they do. If you enjoyed this interview, we will have more. So we're going to continue this Working for Business series for the rest of the year. I want to say thank you to Hickory Real Estate Group, Mike Kelly, Kathleen Kelly, and their whole team of realtors for their presenting sponsorship for this series. Again, thank you, Wilson Ramey and Fennell PLLC, for being my special guest today. Our next interview is actually with the Hickory Crawdads. Douglas Lacasio, General Manager for the Hickory Crawdads, will be on May the 12th. And if you are following, like I've been following, because I love baseball and I've missed it so much, it's the day after opening day. So opening day is May 11th. May 12th is when we're going to have the conversation with Douglas Lacasio from the Hickory Crawdads right here on Facebook. So join us then and actually go to the game, buy some tickets and support the Crawdads. They have not been on the field since 2019. That's way too long. So again, thank you for stopping your skull and spending some time with us today, allowing us to put another local business in the spotlight. Thank you for your support of local business, also support of your chamber. It is such a pleasure to serve you.